Hey everybody, it's Dead Winter Dead bringing you another Battlefield 4 video. Today we're going to look at the LSAT light machine gun. It is a weapon associated with the support class. And you might be wondering, why are we looking at such a low level support weapon? And the answer is pretty simple. I find that most Battlefield players, the majority of Battlefield players, play the assault class and they tend to neglect the other classes. Now with Battlefield 3, it seemed like the most played class was assault. Second most played was probably engineer because of the sheer number of vehicles in most of these maps. And that will probably be the same for Battlefield 4. One of the reasons players gravitate towards the assault class is pretty simple. You have the ability to heal yourself. You have the ability to heal your teammates and revive your teammates. But I think most importantly, you have probably what are considered to be the best weapons in the game. They have the best combination of rate of fire as well as damage output, which means that you can put a lot of rounds downrange and do the most damage accurately and effectively time and time again. People tend to overlook the support class, I think because its weapons are heavy and clunky. They're generally pretty difficult to control. You can't just lay on that mouse button, lay on that digital trigger, and go full auto with most of these weapons because your rounds will just be all over the place. Which is why you need to utilize tap firing, which is something I've spoken about in other videos. Now this weapon, I think it's a good starter weapon for budding support players to try to work to those better weapons, which would be the 240 Bravo and the MG4. If you don't want to grind through the campaign and get the M249, which is probably going to be one of the better support class weapons in the game, then this is a good weapon to grind out and try to get to those higher level weapons. It's fairly manageable with its recoil if you tap fire. As you can see right there, I just wiped a squad. The general setup that I run with this is a hollow sight, sometimes a reflex sight, 2x magnifier for those longer engagements, compensator, and the stubby grip. I tried running a suppressor on this weapon to kind of keep myself off the minimap, but I found that a lot of the targets that I try to engage are medium to long range, and with that suppressor your range drops off significantly, so it kind of made it more difficult to make those longer shots. And you can't stand toe to toe with assault players or a player with a carbine or a PDW and just slug it out toe to toe with them, because you're gonna lose most of the time unless you get the drop on. Now right here you'll see the effectiveness at long range that the LSAT has. This guy was jumping, dancing all over this giant satellite dish trying to avoid my rounds. I was still able to take him out at distance. And that's one of the strong suits of most of the support class weapons. They have the ability to really reach out and hit somebody hard at a distance and still maintain a high level of damage output. And as you can see, they're fairly decent up close, but these guys were obviously completely surprised by me. They had no idea I was there. And if it had been the other way around, if I had been running up on them, it would have ended up being me watching the kill cam instead of them. Alright, remember to spot, spot, spot. I've got smoke obscuring my vision here. I couldn't really see those players, but because I had spotted them, I was simply able to shoot at their little 3D marker there, that little Dorito, and get the 2 kills. Here's another example of tap firing. These weapons are completely useless if you try to go full auto at distance. A little bit of tap firing and pink right in the back of the head. Nice little headshot bonus.
Sniper spotted.
Now in this instance, I almost had a nice little multi-kill here, but I screwed that up and those guys were scrambling for cover. I was able to get one of them. But remember, never chase anybody in Battlefield, so I'm going for the nice little headshot over those crates. He's kind of glitching over those crates. Try it again, but my V40 mini grenade was able to take him out. Right here I wasn't able to get the shots on these guys on time. They jumped in that LAV and made a pancake out of me. Now here, this is where the LMG shines. I'm at distance. These guys aren't able to get a beat on me. I also have the elevation factor on my side. Their cover is almost negated because I can pretty much look over it, which allows me to tap fire down on their positions and take them out. Right here I take out this sniper. This is kind of a dirty kill right here. His buddy spawned right in on him. And because the spawn protection, I believe, is no longer effective in Battlefield 4, he spawned in and was taken out quickly. Now, something else you need to remember in this game is that there's a lot of cover that's destructible, not just with LMGs, but with most weapons. This sniper up in this perch thought he was pretty safe, but I was able to plink apart that wood and get to the soft, meaty center and take him down, so his sniping days are over. Here's another long distance shot. You don't necessarily need the 2x magnifier for all of your long distance shots. You can do it with a hollow sight, or in this case with a reflex sight. The key is always tap firing. When the targets are closer like this, you can lay on that trigger and go full auto and have some fun with it. Now, this is the rush game mode. My squad and I have got a nice little cozy spawn area behind some of these objectives. Instead of just rushing in, all of us rushing in and trying to take that objective where we could possibly get squad wiped, we let one player go in, arm the objective, while we cover him from up above. Again, with that LMG, elevation is key. I can look down on enemy players. They don't necessarily look up and check the windows when they're running, and I can take them out over cover if necessary. Now right here, I've got another one of my teammates arming this objective, and I'm going to sit here and guard it. And once I see that he goes down, I can rush in and protect that objective. Full auto with that LSAT, and I'm able to take down almost an entire squad and protect that objective and make sure that my team is pushing on towards victory. Now, in past Battlefield games, the recon player always had the C4, but in BF3 and now BF4, support class has C4. Remember to use it. It is an excellent anti-vehicle tool. This really makes the support class a multi-role class. You can dish out ammo to people, you can lay waste to entire squads with your LMGs, and you can now, as in BF3, take on vehicles at your leisure. So remember, once you unlock that C4, if you're on a vehicle-heavy map, make sure you carry it into battle with you. It's going to save you. Here's another example of using elevation. Get up on top of the enemy and shoot down on him. Now this situation, this guy has me dead to rights. If you look at my health, I'm down to 9 health. But I'm still able to take on this guy and take him down. I do end up getting taken down by a tank, but don't forget about the suppressive factor of the LMGs. They do still suppress players. He was probably heavily suppressed and couldn't get a proper bead on me. Now here I take a look at the flag burn and I realize it's not moving, which means we're not alone. So I'm going to go looking for bad guys. And here you go. A couple of bad guy snakes slithering around on the ground there. Take them out, and we're able to take that flag without much trouble after this. Here I'm able to take this guy with some nice tap firing, but I've got a tank bearing down on me, so I gotta remember, use that C4 because I know I have it. You always have to wait for the opportune moment with some of these vehicles, because if you run out and they're staring at you, you'll be looking down the barrel of a cannon. This guy's got his hydraulics going. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he's done anyway. Now remember that you can take out pilots in helicopters. Right here I see this guy, give him a little knock on the side door. He turns to face me and shoot him right out of the cockpit. Well, thanks for watching, guys. That is the LSAT with the support class. I highly suggest you guys use this as a starter gun to grind your way through to some of the better weapons. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.